Hey everyone, let's dive into the incredible match where South Africa completely dominated Sri Lanka with some excellent bowling. South Africa executed their plans to the letter, taking advantage of the pitch conditions to restrict Sri Lanka to their lowest T20 score. Then, with such a small target, they aimed to track it fast to increase their NRR. Sri Lanka, on the other hand, looked to come back strong with the ball after a poor batting performance, but they were already at a huge disadvantage. Let's break it all down. First, Otniel Bartman shared his thoughts after the match. He couldn't have asked for a better start to World Cup cricket, taking a wicket on his very first ball. He praised the previous bowlers who set the tone and praised Enrique Nortje for his exceptional bowling. Bartman also had the high praise for Aiden Markram's leadership, stressing the importance of seeing the new ball and building partnerships in the chase. He was living his dream by playing in the World Cup. Kagiso Rabada and Marco Jansen immediately put pressure on the Sri Lankan batsmen, and South Africa took advantage of the variable bounce of the pitch to hit hard. Othniel Bartman bowled cleanly on the first ball, and Keshav Maharaj took 2 wickets in his second over to squeeze the score after easing the fielding restrictions. Then Enrique Nortje conceded just 7 runs and took 4 wickets in his 4 overs, and with his pace, all were dismissed. Kagiso Rabada managed to take a few more wickets as his second wicket. While the Proteas dominated throughout, Sri Lanka struggled for every run. Bateman, Rabada, and Jansen wrapped things up in the death overs to keep Sri Lanka below 3 figures. South Africa's clinical bowling saw them bowl out Sri Lanka for 77. Sri Lanka's lowest ever T20 worst total, and the best bowling performance by the Proteas. None of the Sri Lankan batsmen crossed the 20-run mark. Kusal Mendis scored 19 points. Sri Lanka opted to bat first, but got off to a rough start, struggling against variable bounce and movement. Patham Nishanka tried to accelerate, but was burnt out early. The first 6 overs crawled as the fielding boundaries could not be exploited. Kamindu Mendis and Kusal Mendis struggled to hit 4s, and Kamindu fell while trying to accelerate. It didn't take long for Vanindu Hasrenga and Sadira Samarawikrama was dismissed on the very first ball. Angelo Matthews and Dasun Shanaka tried to hit some big shots, but could not sustain the momentum. Sri Lanka remained on the back foot and posted their lowest score. Despite the batting difficulties, the Sri Lankan bowlers put up a fight. They will wonder how a better batting effort could have made a difference. Angelo Matthews, Nuwan Thushara, and Dasun Shanaka bowled well as a team and kept South Africa's top-order batsmen from running away from the game. The start would have been even better had Kusal Mendis caught Tristan Stubbs at 0. South Africa tamed Ceylon Lions to start their campaign in style. The chase was a bit more intense than expected, and they got the job done and opened their account in the race. With only 77 points up for grabs, it looked simple, but the chase turned out to be trickier than expected. Risa Hendricks and Aiden Markram fell cheaply, and it was a shaky start. However, conceding a modest goal allowed them to bide their time and look at the new ball. Quinton de Kock and Tristan Stubbs hung around, weathering the early storm. As they began to score more freely, both de Kock and Stubbs were dismissed, leaving the job unfinished. Heinrich Klaassen and David Miller then took charge of the game, and Klaassen eased the pressure with a couple of shots as they crossed the line. With the win, the Proteas extended their dominance over Sri Lanka in ICC events and marked their 7th consecutive win against them since the 2014 T20 World Cup. That's it for this run review. Stay tuned for more updates and analysis on this exciting World Cup. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more cricket content. See you again.